You mentioned the other day about I think your wife says about Mayor, everybody loves Mayor, it'd be a good TV show. Can you explain like what is about Mayor that makes her that way?
I just think it's her demeanor, her personality. She's always got a smile on her face. I tell people all the time, if you guys walked into practice and just closed your eyes, you'd hear my voice and Mayor's voice. She's ultra supportive. And like I said, I think, being a kid from our state, she's grown up wanting to be a part of what Iowa State's about, and she wears the jersey with great dignity and grace, and she's a great teammate. There's not very many people that I know that I've never heard a negative word about. I've never heard anyone say a negative word about Mayor, and that's a credit to her and her family.
Was it a tough, when you told her that she was going to sit, was it like just a quick aside, or was it a sit-down conversation? Because she's a senior, it can be tough for her to hear.
No, it was not easy to do, but no, I just pulled her aside and just said, hey, this is what we're going to do. I think number one, I told her, I said, Kristen's earned it by her play, and I said, Mayor, maybe this will take some of the pressure off of you, and you can kind of, do what you're doing. It's not going to change your role on the team. It's not going to change the minutes that you play. And, like I said the other night, ironically, it kind of went the other way for her. But she handled it great. Like I said, you would have never known. She didn't pout about it. She is all in about the team in every way, shape, or form. And I think she knows why we did it and understands why we did it. We explained it to her, and she handled it great.
And then looking towards Baylor, really daunting task.
Do we have to?
I think it would be wise to. It's a daunting task.
Yeah.
What do you tell your team as you approach this game?
No, I think the one thing, our players are really smart. They probably watched Baylor yesterday on TV against West Virginia. They've played against them. You don't lie to them. I think you just go into it and say, hey, these are things that we have to try and do to compete with, well, right now, the second-rated team in the country. We're not, it's sort of a joke, but it's true. We're not going to become 6'7", 6'4", 6'4", whatever tomorrow. And that's a unique thing in the women's game. The size advantage that they have is unlike any team in the country, probably. So you have to do what you can control. And the one thing that I really stress with our team when you play any great team, when we played UConn in NCAA tournaments when they were great, or Baylor, is they're going to rebound, they're going to score, they're going to defend. They should not be able to break your will to compete. And I think that's what Baylor does to people. I think you're beat before you even get there. And our job as coaches, as players, is to go play a 40-minute game and do the things that we're capable of doing. And if it gets bad, then you can't feel sorry for yourself, because Baylor's the kind of team that they love pounding people. So you just got to do it. You got to understand what you're getting into, and that's part of life. And we all go through things in life that are amazingly challenging. But how do you handle it? Do you go into it and do your best and compete, or do you just feel sorry for yourself? And that's a bad combination in this kind of game.
What's the kind of strategy to counteract that physicality?
It's hard. I mean, I think you have to, you can't have live ball turnovers, which their transition is really, really good. The other thing is you got to try and rebound with them. The shots that you get, their field goal percentage defense is really good because of their length. They don't get called for a lot of fouls, so you got when there's a shot there, you got to make it. And the other thing is in every game you see them play, it's like yesterday. It's a close game, and all of a sudden they go 14-0 in a hurry, and you only get 4 timeouts. And that's the one thing about Baylor teams over the years is they have a knockout punch that a lot of women's teams don't have, where they get after you, and it's hard to stop it because you can't keep them off the board because they're so big, and you can't score on them because they're so big. And that creates a double problem, and when that happens, especially on the road, it's really hard to recover from. But you got to be smart. You got to pick your spots. The tempo of the game becomes important. But defensively, you got to stick your nose in there and compete, and know that they're going to get some rebounds, but hopefully don't foul them. Get them in a position where it's tougher to rebound and stop the transition stuff is probably the biggest thing.
How is Jones kind of settling into Big 12 life as a freshman?
Yeah, I don't think anything bothers her. I really don't. She, Ashley's a kid that has really played well, has accepted her role on this team, is not fazed by much of anything. I do think, obviously she's scoring the ball. We knew she could shoot it. She's defended better. We got to get her a little more comfortable off the bounce, get her going to the basket, get to the free throw line a little bit. But, I mean, her progress has been really good. And I think that, our team is we have, in my opinion, the best player in the league on our team. And then you add kids getting older, but then you add Lex and Ashley, some new faces that have really, in completely different ways, added to what this team's about. But Ashley's got a chance to be a great player, and she wants to be a great player. And I think that's part of it, too, is you got to want to put in the time and the work. And it's not an accident why Bridget's good. She's in here a lot. Ashley Jones has got to get in here a lot, and she'll do that. And I think our fans are going to enjoy watching her play for 4 years.
You talked about coaching her harder a little more than most freshmen. Has she responded to that pretty well, you think?
Yeah, she handles okay. We get after her pretty good, and we challenge her. And I told her from the very beginning, if you're going to start on this team and be a part of this team, then we're not going to treat you like a freshman. And she kind of looked at me like I didn't say you had to. I mean, it just doesn't bother her. She wants to be good, and she understands that she's in a position where I think she can be good, and we're going to coach her and make her better, and her teammates will make her better. So, and it's neat that she's a kid from our state. And I think, not that they're all not important, but you always have that little bit of extra thing that's cool that when you have a player, one of your own do the thing she's doing is really cool.
Thinking about your coaching style, how would you describe the way you coach? Would you say it's more intense than other coaches? How would you characterize yourself?
Good question. I don't know. I don't think I'm any more intense than anyone else. I think that I expect the very best from everyone every day in everything they do. There's certain things that are non-negotiable here. How we treat people, that we appreciate what we have, that every single person's important, and that every single day you need to find a way to impact success. Everyone, every day. And if we can do that, we want to be, I've always tried to be someone that wants our players to understand that they're a piece of a great university, a great athletic department, and I'm going to demand that they do things that help not just our team, but our school, our community, and those are the kind of people we want, people that really wear the jersey right, have an appreciation for history, the players that went before them and the players that'll come after them. And we talk a lot about it, and it's been a slow, steady grind for 24 years, but it's been fun, and we're going to continue to hopefully do something positive. Thank you all.